Hey everybody, it's Qqcknd, and today I am doing a Target kind of home haul, and I'm so excited because I love Target. If you've heard me say before, I don't really get to go that much, so whenever I do, I will go in for one thing and then end up with 20 things after I get inspired, but I love Target and I'm super excited to share this with you guys. I am getting ready to do a room tour, and I know I say that a lot, but I mean it. I'm telling the truth, and anyway, let me just get into this and we'll get started. So the first thing I got, and the first thing I want to talk about, are these pajamas. And I went there with my friend Justine, and we both got in there, and we were definitely going to get one thing, and she was like, I want cozy pajamas. And I was like, that's a great idea. You are a genius. So we went and we picked up some cozy pajamas, and my pajama is dog bath time. And these dogs are taking a bath. And it is this old style kind of pajama with a button up and sleep cap kind of thing, with matching bottoms with a drawstring. These are pretty loose, so this is all a size small. She got a flannel style one, which is, I guess, a little bit tighter, a little less forgiving, but mine is super stretchy fabric, so I decided to get a small. And I love them. I don't have the tag because I already wore them, but they were $30, and normally I just sleep in whatever, so when I was like, $30, then I was like, I want to be so cozy this winter and no one's gonna stop me, and dogs taking a bath is my speed. They had Harry Potter pajamas, but they were sold out except for XL and extra small, and they also had these owls wearing scarves, but same situation, sold out of my size. Lots of Grinch stuff. Not down with Grinch. So I have these, and they're great, but I feel super lazy in them. If I go downstairs to make breakfast and I'm still wearing these, I feel like someone's gonna be like, is everything okay? Do you need my help? Are you writing a book? So these are for the bedroom only. And with that, I also got a pair super cozy slipper boots. And I needed slipper boots. I still have the tag for these. So these are by the brand Deluxe. And I hope that I didn't get a kid size, but they are called Deer Foams, or Deluxe by Deer Foams. And I think these were $20. And same thing, I was like, man, I don't want to spend $20 on these slipper boots. But they match my pajama set, and I really like them. They're not for outside, but they have a little tough bottom, which is cool because when I'm at the computer or whatever, the whole house is hardwood floor, and it's cold and creepy, and if I want to run downstairs, I normally put my shoes on, so it's great to just throw these on. And the issue I ran into at Target was a lot of their slippers are suede, so it dissuaded me. And I didn't have a ton of other options. They're moccasin slippers, they have them every year and they're pretty popular. They're the fake UGG ones, but now they're actually suede. I'm putting these on. Now they're actually suede, so I couldn't really get those. So after my selection was pretty narrowed down, whatever, I bought them. They match the pajamas, and I have been scurrying around in them. They actually have paint on them already from a little DIY, but regardless, I bought them, and now I don't have to worry about cold feet ever again. So that's what I got. Moving on, the next thing I got was this hexagon bulletin board, and this is just a little cork board. You can see here there's a ton of fun stuff going on here, and this came with 4, which is crazy. This was about $7.99. They sold bigger tiles for $10, but it was 4 square ones and $10, and they seem really fragile because we were kind of jabbing at it. So we decided to get this fun hexagon shape one, And I have a bulletin board in my room, which like doesn't really do much of anything. So I wanted to get like something kind of fun like this to kind of put over here. And the reason we bought this was because my friend Caitlin from Chicago had sent me this like really cool letter with like these bikes on it like that. And inside she sent me like a ton of these little Fujifilm Polaroids. And I think that these are really cool. And I'm really excited that she like did that because I know these are some of her favorite places. So I went there kind of looking for a picture frame to accommodate all of those little photos, and I kind of kept coming up blank. So this should be really cool, so I can tack them on there, kind of display them, I can move them around, and I think like I'm gonna take this A out of the situation and put up some of these like hexagon cork boards. So this was like $7, and I think it comes with adhesive. Not totally sure. So, and to go with the corkboard theme, I bought these like arrow tacks. And these seem pretty cool. They come with 6. So this was $3, and at first I was like, no, I'll just hang them up with old chewing gum. I'm not spending $3. But then I thought this is really cool. Like, if I was willing to buy a picture frame for the pictures, I think I should at least accommodate them with something a little flashy, something cute. I think the arrows would be great, and I think it'll like kind of go with the theme, like, you know, tattoos and like trucks and whatever. So I thought this was cool, pretty unique. I don't think I could like DIY this, so I think $3, that's the base price for something like this. So I think that that would be really cool. Obviously I have more than 6 photos, but I think like a little mishmash of like these and that, I think it's gonna be super cool. I also went to Target. Like, the only reason I went to Target was to get this picture frame, and this is just like a matte black picture frame. This was $14.99, and I think it's because it's an 8x8, which is like maybe a unique kind of frame. But I got this for back here for my little painting that I got in the mail from our friend Aurora, who is the artist who did my banner on top of my YouTube page. So I got her painting in the mail, and it is like very careful in here. So I got this in the mail, and this is the original copy, and I just wanted to have like a little frame to put it in, and like I think that that's great. Put that in there. Because this is a 4x4, so finding a picture frame that kind of accommodated this, I figured would be a little hard to do. And the frames that I have for some of my Qqcknd stuff were like over $30, so went to Target, figured it out. Here is this. And I think Aurora and I are going to make these public for like purchase. So let me know if you're into that, because I talked to her about it and she seems really into it too. So I think we're gonna make like a limited run of maybe like 50. So comment down below if you're gonna be into that, because there's some like local printers in Philadelphia who I know would make this awesome. I'd love to do it all locally, and I can't get it back in here. I'd love to do it locally and, you know, support the artist who originally did this. So I think that would be super cool. I did have a 5 Fact Friday once that was like, would you ever make like Qqcknd stuff available? And I think maybe getting this printed would be super cool. Display it back there. We can all have something in common. Super fun. So that's that. I bought some command hooks, and command hooks are great. I have like the majority of these are hung up with command hooks, and that's because this is a really old house, and like this front wall behind it is just brick. So it's cold in the winter and it's inconvenient for me to hang my photos. Same with behind here, and you know, this isn't my house, it's John's house. What if we break up? I don't want all these holes in the wall, and he's gonna be like, she left me all these holes in the wall. Command hooks are great. Honestly, I felt some doubt about them, but they hold up all of my pictures, the heaviest ones, the lightest ones. They hold up this like little case right here that opens. Like, Qqcknd is great. So I got the Velcro adhesive, which is my jam. I love this. So this is really great. And then I just got some hooky hooks. And I have some ideas. Like, I really like the way this is hung with like, just snag out here. How this is hung up with just this little, I don't know what these are called. Binders? What are these called? So I like that this is just hung up with that. So I got some of these hooks so I can maybe like keep that little feeling alive there. And these are great. These are expensive though. These are around $10 a pack, but they're for life and you can really hang a lot of stuff with them. So I have these, and then the final thing I got was this can of rose gold Rust-Oleum, and I think this is such a beautiful color. And since I'm like in the mood to do this like all this home kind of refresh DIY kind of stuff, I wanted to get some rose gold paint because there are like a ton of fixtures around here that I can't necessarily afford to upgrade, but I figure spruce them up with a little bit of rose gold Rust-Oleum. And this was $5.95. Basic Rust-Oleum, like your standard colors, are, you know, $3.99, something like that. But since I guess this is like their metallic edition, this was $5.95. And then finally, the last thing I got was this card. And I love that it has this like little texture to it, almost like a corkboard texture in the envelope. And inside is just a little squirrel. And this is like a felt kind of detail, and I love him. So Target has some really great greeting cards, and if you're new to my channel, my grandmom loves sending cards. I sent her a Halloween card, sent her a Labor Day card, every card. So I wanted to get her a Thanksgiving card from Target while I was there because they have some really great ones. And Target has their own line of greeting cards that we were actually looking at forever. Justine's boyfriend actually called us and asked if we needed to be picked up, and we were like, not right now, we're in the greeting cards. And honestly, there were a couple greeting cards that I had picked up, and I was like, I could frame these are amazing, bring them home. But then, you know, my like hexagon little cork boards are pretty small. I didn't want any greeting card to take the show. However, I do love them. So I grabbed my grandma the squirrel card just because I really thought this size was unique, and I like this little envelope. And my grandma lives in kind of a wooded area, and she displays all her cards on her fireplace, so I just figured he was really cute. And inside it says, "Not wishing you a happy Thanksgiving? That would be nuts." It was also my pop's birthday, and we got him a card, but I already gave it to him, but it was actually really cool. It was like fake wood paneling, and the envelope was like kind of like rustic like this, but a little longer. It was so cool. Should have got a flick of that. Oh well. So this was $3.95, and whatever, but I just think like she's gonna open it, and like look what she's gonna see. Hey. Love it. So that is everything I got from Target. This came to about $100, basically because my pajama set was so expensive and I didn't even plan on buying that, but it's all good. I had a ton of fun, and I'm really excited to hang some of these things up, incorporate them into here. Room tour? I don't know. But yeah, thanks again. Comment down below if you think you might be interested in a Qqcknd flash sheet. I will have them 100% hand printed in Philadelphia, so let me know if you're into it. Maybe do like a limited run of like 25, whatever. Let me know. Support your local artists, and yeah, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, Let me know what you bought from Target recently and if you're sending any Thanksgiving cards. And I love you guys so much. Until next time, bye!